Captain Chris here with Chef Bill from Pelican Restaurant here in Washington Township, New Jersey. Chef Bill, beautiful summer fluke here. What are we going to do with it today?
Well, this guy's going to be filleted, and we're going to do a classic francaise, which is floured, dipped in egg, and sautéed. We're going to do a piccata sauce. This particular garnish will be with asparagus and crab meat.
Sounds good.
Okay, so the first thing I like to do with this is about a 2.5 pound fluke. I like to do the white side first because I'm right-handed, and this is the side that goes. And you just put the knife in, and you can almost see it going down the body. Take a little bit at a time, right to the tail.
Gotcha.
Out we go.
You don't have to worry about those little bones when you do that.
That's right, because the fluke is completely boneless, other than the ones up around the body, right here, just along the gut. And there's half of it. It's that easy. I like to leave the bottom fillet on. It keeps it nice and even, so there isn't a dip in it. I'm going to make a little cut by the head. There's two ways of doing this. You can come down from the shoulder and go all the way down the belly, or you can go in at the tail. And once again, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to take the tail shot.
All right, pressing down on the knife.
Yes, pressing down on the knife against the ribs, right up, being sure not to lose anything. And once again, with the downward pressure, you're going to get all the way into the spine. There's a few bones up top there, right down against the spine, holding down. Okay. And there you have completely taken off. What I'm going to do with the carcass now, to get a good tasting sauce for the fish, I'm just going to show you. You just reach in.
Take out the gill plate.
Take out the gills. Oh look, got a sand eel in it.
Yeah.
That's what he had for breakfast. Can you see that?
Gotcha.
We're just going to rip this right out. Comes out in one piece. And then you would wash this off. And that's going to be your stock. You're going to get a nice seafood stock with that. With like a pot. You would put in that, without the guts of course, you would put in that onion and mushrooms and a bouquet garni of thyme, bay leaf, peppercorn.
All right, now we got to skin it.
Okay. Just going to grab it by the tail here. And with a sawing motion and holding onto the tail, you just carefully take that right off. And there you have it. Okay, so I won't waste any more of your time with this one here. I'm going to show you. Now this fish is nice. It's a larger size, which gives you a thick fillet. And that, in my opinion, is more desirable. I'm going to come right along the back, right down the middle, and cut it off so there's no bones. It's like a quarter.
Okay.
The bones that are in this, there's just a little bit up here.
Wait, is that? No, that's not.
No, there's no bones here
Okay.
whatsoever. There's a little bit of bones right
well,
along the middle.
Gotcha.
And then along the gut there, it kind of protects them. Now this is completely boneless.
Bone-free, beautiful,
Okay.
couple fillets.
All right, so what I'm going to do now,
Quarter those up.
yeah, I'm just going to, so it fits on the plate nicely, I'm just going to cut about that much off. This one probably would fit. Then we're going to season the fish.
Now, what are you using there?
This is just a good quality kosher salt, which is to say it's not iodized. It's got a more clean, pure flavor. I have in this pan here clarified butter or a little bit of fat. Sometimes when butter or fat's cold and you heat it up, it grows on you.
All right, fat meaning?
This here is soya oil. Clarified butter I would use. It's also a good fat. But I'm just saying that you want to, if there's too much there, you can just pour a little bit out. And then we're going to use a little fresh ground pepper. It's always better fresh because the berries have a cleaner flavor, more intense.
Peppercorns, right.
Right, if it's not cracked open. If it's not pre-ground, I guess you would say, it's just like grated cheese. A little more salt there. Also, you'll notice the eggs here, we're going to go from the flour.
Okay, now we didn't do breadcrumbs and like egg and then breadcrumbs. We're doing flour and then to the egg.
Yes, the French would call this a la francaise.
Right.
It's dipped in egg.
That's
or
whole egg,
fat.
not egg whites. That's whole egg.
It's whole egg, and it's also unseasoned. If you put salt in here, it has a tendency to separate because eggs and sulfur in the egg and the salt do not go together. The pan here is a little bit, hopefully, just starting to smoke. crank this up. You don't want to burn the egg. And then we're just going to take the fish out of the egg, right in the pan. We'll slide that down as it goes. I think we could probably easily get 2 portions out of this. You want to try it, or should I keep going?
Go ahead, keep going. Keep
Okay.
going.
There's some decent heat under there. There is.
We have a couple hungry patrons over there
Oh,
that don't want me
we
to slow
do.
them down.
Okay, now I don't want this to splatter, so I'm going to come over to the pan again. And once again, you have a little bit too much oil in there. We can just pour that out. It doesn't have to go
Doesn't
into
matter,
the sauce.
it's
Right.
okay.
The significant thing here is that we're not burning the egg, because burnt egg is not a very good flavor. Let's see, this thing is cranked up.
Now, do we flip these? Do we?
You do flip them. What we'll look here is for some color around the perimeter of the fish. You'll start to see some color, like you're starting to see it there now.
The brown, right, gotcha. Those
A little
start to
bit of golden brown going on there, and that's what we're going to look for. Okay, this is a very simple
simple, easy recipe.
but delicious because of the integrity of the fish. It's a nice fresh fish. Okay, now you can use the tongs and knife. This is just easy to do. So flip it over. See that nice golden brown?
Good.
This one here also is ready. If it was a thicker fish, because frequently I like to buy jumbo, so they're nice and thick. Almost look like a nice deck of cards going out there, but I like that because it's meatier and I think it's better. The smaller fish will take less time to cook.
Now, is there any flavor difference you've noticed in whether you have a thicker fish or a thinner fish? Is there any flavor difference or?
No,
pretty
no,
much the same?
doesn't seem to be. It's just watch you don't overcook it, but it doesn't seem to be any difference there. It's just the cooking time perhaps is a little different. Okay.
While that's cooking, what are we doing next?
Okay, the garnish for this is the asparagus. Now I just have a peeler here. This has been washed, has been peeled and blanched in salted water and then shocked in ice water. The salt keeps the color, the chlorophyll helps set that, and then you break the bottom where it's tender and you would peel it, just like this here. And then you would blanch it in salted water and then shock it in ice water and it would set the color like you have there.
Okay.